This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Los Angeles Rams. First and 10, Downs. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Dominique Easley in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10. First carry here for Shane Vereen. Brought down around the 16 or 17. Showed some tough running, but couldn't free much space.
I once had a defensive player in the NFL tell me, if I beat and dominate the guy across from me, I'm helping my team. Well, winning one-on-one battles is always a part of the game, but when you have good team defense, as we just saw there, of one broken tackle, but he didn't get away because the rest of the guys arrived to put him on the ground.
Now Dobbs. And this is caught. First catch by Brandon Marshall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's fourth down. The fourth-year man from LSU, Brad Wing, to punt it away. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. And this will be taken at the 13. And some big-time hitting going on there. He is knocked to the ground. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. That's caught inside the 20. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he finds enough of an opening to get this one back up to his 20. Give him 5 yards there, and it'll bring up second down.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Here's Goff now on second down. He completes it right side to White. And he's able to get up here to the 26. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Olivier Vernon in there to make the play. It'll be a loss of 14, and it'll bring up a fourth down. It's Johnny Hekker now, an all-pro 3 of the last 4 years on to punt. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. They'll look to set up his blockers. Officially, that'll be a 63-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I know I spend a lot of time talking about how tight ends in a lot of cases now are pumped up wide receivers, but they're still big people. He used that frame right there to absorb a really big hit on him and held on to the ball.
A first carry now for Paul Perkins. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. To throw is Dobbs. Eluding the pressure right. Room here to run. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Dobbs is throwing. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
So the offense has it 1st and 10. Back to throw Dobbs. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Perry Riley. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had his interception woes early in his rookie season, but sometimes that happens. There are great examples of guys in the past that have had those same struggles early.
You are so correct. And what the team and organization is hoping, we're going to see these woes now. But later, when we're helping him with his Hall of Fame speech, we'll remember his rookie year and how things began.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. And the offense behind the chains here a touch on 2nd and 11. From the gun, here's Goff. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick 6s.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
To throw on 2nd down is gone. He'll let it fly for Austin. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Following the penalty is Gurley. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. On first down, it's Gurley. And he's going to bring this one down to right about the 20-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's second and 2. They'll run. This is Brown. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. They got 2 of the 3 they needed there. It leaves them with third and just a yard.
I like the call. Inside the red zone, running the toss. Why? They want to get to the edges. They want to see if guys who don't normally make a lot of tackles are willing to actually do that. That usually means the guys in the cornerback position.
Goff wants to throw on third and 1. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Mark Herzlich coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. On the right hash, it's a 43-yard attempt. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So this offensive unit, they've now had 3 drives, and they only have 3 points to show for it.
Payoff is the key for everything. How many offenses have we talked to that say we have to finish drives? Thus far, this team hasn't finished it quite the way they wanted to.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Reminder later tonight, a good one down in Miami. It'll be the Raiders and the Dolphins. A lot of playoff history between those two in the 70s.
Yeah, there sure is.
And then tomorrow night, we wrap up Week 9, the unofficial halfway point of the season with the Lions and Packers from Lambeau. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Avoids him at the 40. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Dobbs looking to throw on first down. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Some nifty running, but it only gets him to the 45. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll bring up second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
On second down, Dobbs. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Dobbs. Flushed out right. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. Second down now after the sack. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Throwing here, Dobbs. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Aaron Donald in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long.
Come on, let's go. Flex round.
On play action, it's Dobbs. Looking for his big receiver mark. And he fires one that's intercepted. Snags it for the pick. There he goes left side. And he will bring it back. It's an interception return for a Rams touchdown.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. Shifts by him. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. And now out come the Giants. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives him a first down. They go play action here on first down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for his big tight end there, Jesse James. And that'll bring up second down.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. So the incomplete pass brings up second down. They run with Perkins. And he's going to take this one up only to about the 44-yard line. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave him with third and still 7 yards to go. So now at 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Let's go.
Vereen, toss play. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And that negates a pretty decent punt return.
And the goal is to gain a first down on a punt return, which is 10 yards. This was much more than that, but it is going to come back due to the illegal block in the back.
On the draw, Goff gives to Gurley. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete, and he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. Austin's got it left side, and they'll get him down here at the 23. The reception good for 7. It's third down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Third down. That's Brown. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave them with a fourth down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. Defense doing their job, really nowhere to run the football.
Yeah, it's almost textbook, wasn't it? Every place he tried to find an open spot, there just wasn't one. Congrats to the defense, no gain.
Call fitting your gaps, right?
I love it. Exactly right.
And now running right through it. It'll wind up being a net of 41. 9-yard return, 50 on the punt. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Shift together here from the D-line. Here's Dobbs to throw. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. No gain, and it's second down. Clock rolling as the Giants will hurry to the line. Now, they couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And he eventually goes down, but not before reaching the 30-yard line. That one goes for 36 yards.
Here we go.
Here's Dobbs to throw. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Alec Ogletree. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. He has been interception prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Again they run with Gurley. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you down to Orlando where we check in with Larry Ridley and our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Larry. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Sammy Watkins, the intended target. And it's second down.
I know the initial focus was on how far that pass was downfield, but how about the coverage on the play? Able to stay with him, get his hands where the receiver's hands were going to try and catch the ball, tips it up in the air, and knocks it away.
And he powers his way up past the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down. Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And this is going to be incomplete. Pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. A good kick, 49 yards, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance really to set the tone here in quarter 3.
They can really take charge, can't they? And this is probably how it was drawn up at the half. I think we can go inside the locker room, all right? And I think we would see up on the grease boards, stop them defensively, get the ball back for the offense, and let's go downfield and score. Seems simple, right? The last part, we have to find out that's going to happen. But the first part worked to perfection. Did exactly what they wanted, and now their offense has to pay it off.
See if they can get the latter 50%. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Dobbs. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. The play fake. Here's Dobbs being chased out left. And he's got some space here. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down. So the offense readies for a 2nd and 4. Dobbs. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now the Rams have got it. Going the other way. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Mark Herzlich in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. From the 50, it's Goff. Escaping the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Yeah, that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Back to throw here. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
Second down following the incompletion.
Here we go.
Looking to throw. And Dobbs is going to be swallowed up as he'll go down. Aaron Donald. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. The Giants on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and 19. They're going to look to throw. Oh, little 360. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. Here's Brad Wing now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Here's Austin. And he'll be out of bounds Rams up past the 45. So dangerous with a football in his hands. Call that a return of 38. And the Rams are going to start this drive in great field position as they take over. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he delivers a strike complete to Watkins. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Second down now after the pass completion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. Here's Goff. Steps away to his left and avoids the contact by sliding. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action and hit them over the top.
Here's Goff now on second down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions. That confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. From the gun on third down, Goff. He'll let it fly for Austin. And he's got his target. It's Austin for the Rams touchdown. Tavon Austin with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. It's good to make it 17-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone. And
I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's James. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. It's Shepard. Brought down, but after we saw a flashy little move, stopped short of the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Offense in a good spot here. 2nd and 2. To throw is Dobbs. And bringing it in right side here, Beckham. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now a play fake here on first down. Buying time to his left. His throw incomplete. He was looking for his big target, Brandon Marshall, and that'll bring up second down.
Well, they're slinging it, and then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown, out of his reach and incomplete.
Here we go.
On second down, Perkins, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple. Down inside the 35 to the 34.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
He's got a man open. That's Marshall. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Fresh set of downs here.
Ohio. Let's go. Flex round.
Now Dobbs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over. But that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It's a two-possession game. It is a two-possession game at this stage in the fourth. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now Gurley. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football. But they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo.
He's got a man complete. He's at the 50. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big play there for L.A. 55 yards. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Goff on first down. Eluding the pressure right. The 20. Over the middle, he hits Austin. Touchdown, L.A. Tavon Austin with his second touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Rams take advantage of the turnover to put up 6. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. New York set to take the field. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult for a team to handle.
And difficult, and now we'll see if they can make it less difficult on themselves on this drive. On first down, Dobbs to throw. Flushed out right. He finds an opening past the 40. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield. Complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. That good for 19 at a first down.
Here we go. What? Ohio. Here we go.
Here's Perkins on first down. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up.
And this is caught inside the 5. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Odell Beckham hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. It's up and good, so they claw back into it, 24-14 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over, and they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Goff. Flush to his right. He completes it right side to White. And all the way down to the 36-yard line. A huge play that time for the Rams. 43 yards. Now a 1st down throw. Goff. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Rams on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Out of the gun. Goff. That's complete to White. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the 1st down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the 2nd half. So with that miss, Charles, you have to figure their fate. It might be sealed.
Yeah, you needed 2 scores. So you take the field goal first and then worry about getting the ball back. But that may not matter now.
They go play action here on 1st down. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Over the middle to Beckham. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. Dobbs is throwing. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Joshua Dobbs with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Giants able to get this back within a touchdown. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the hands team for the Rams able to secure the football. And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3-and-out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout. That'll be their second, so one more chance to stop the clock here, and we'll be back. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. A carry here for the big tight end. And a short gain down to about the 33. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it, get the first down, close it out.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here. They're down here in a 1-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Got his man complete over the middle. That's James. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. He's back to throw. And that's complete to the right side. It's Marshall. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Let's see what the offense comes with here. 2nd and 8. Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Down to 15 seconds now. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard. And that'll make it 3rd down. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Back to throw. It's caught. Shepard. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. A gain of 26 on the 3rd down conversion. Well, Charles, they were close in the end, but they could